Is that who I think it is? Oh, hell yeah! You guys really came to save me! Hey!
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Here we go.
Going in. Enough. Let's do this. Too bad. That's that. So, is it over? Yo, anybody
Grab
there?
Johnny so we
If
can
you're
get out
there,
of
then help me.
What now?
He's a talker.
Huh? Whoa, whoa!
No!
Huh? You're not gonna... Hold up! Wait! Don't do it, man!
You want to live? Then get the hell out of town.
You got it, boss! You ain't never gonna see my face again! I swear!
Are you sure about this? It's a big risk.
I know, but it's fine.
Hello, everyone. I appreciate you coming to this episode of Seeker's Curios, the Final Fantasy VII Remake playthrough. I am really enjoying this game, and I hope you are as well. This one's going to be a little different. I'm kind of changing up the formatting of how I'm doing things. I ended up muting my mic while I played through this section. So you're not going to hear any of my initial reactions. I might react as I go along with my narrations and whatnot. But that's about it. The rest of it is going to be me narrating Reddit stories for you. And most of these Reddit stories may not have updates because they're going to be fairly new. That's kind of how I look through Reddit, is I tend to look at the new posts. And then I listen to all the older stuff on YouTube myself. So you might not get updates. You might get updates. It just depends. I might do some best of stories, but we'll have to see what happens there. So I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm going to try to put timestamps. I tried with the Resident Evil video and it didn't work. So I'm going to try again in this one. And hopefully I can find like a YouTube tutorial or something to teach me how to do it. Because I'm not going to talk through cutscenes. I'm going to talk during the running around, when I'm fighting, things like that. But any place where it's talking to people, like actively talking to people, not just them talking while they walk, and any cutscenes that have to do with the story itself, those I won't talk through. I might react to what's going on, but as far as the Reddit stories go, it's just going to be paused. Hopefully you guys like this formatting. Hopefully you enjoy the Reddit stories. And why don't we get on with it?
I hear you, Sos.
This story comes from the Am I Overreacting subreddit by Slurfp, I guess is how you say that. And it is about 2 months old, and it does have an update. So let's get into it.
I swear, all the plates. Hey! Oh, hey there! Is Marlene with you?
No.
Oh, okay. I was kinda hoping she could help me find my friends.
I know someone who can help you. This guy right here.
Really? Okay, let me tell you all about them. They have long arms and legs, and they're a little skinny. They like places where there's food, and nice people will give them treats when they ask. And small spaces. Oh yeah, and they're all cats.
I'm looking for cats?
They're friendly, so if you call them, they'll come running. All 3 of them. Find my friends, please.
Am I overreacting by walking away from a 7-year relationship just because I suspected he cheated with no proof? My SO and I have been together 7 years. We're not married. We do not live together. We each have teenagers from past relationships and don't want to uproot them or make them change schools. He has been dishonest with me in the past. Situations such as hanging out with a female friend, but telling me he's doing something completely different or doing nothing at all. I have no issue with him having a female friend, but I think if he's going to lie about what he's doing, there's a reason or something he wants to hide. He says he only lied to avoid us having a fight. We worked past that situation by him agreeing to be transparent with me going forward, so I gave it another chance. Tonight, he went to the bar to play pool with some friends. I never go to this bar with him and haven't met these friends. He called me on the way home from the bar, and we talked about the day, and he talked a little about playing pool. He pulled up at home and said he was going to go in and go to bed.
I'm trying to get a cat to come out. It snatched one of my pastries and scurried in there. Will you be a dear and lend me a hand?
We said goodnight, and I was already in bed, so I just laid the phone down. I rolled over to get comfortable again, and picked up my phone to put it back on the charger, and noticed he didn't hang up before going to bed. That's when I heard him telling someone they could park beside his car in the driveway. He hung up right after that, so I called him. I asked who was at his house, and he said it was a male friend from the bar who had a little too much to drink, so he was going to come spend the night. I started asking questions. Why didn't you mention this while we were on the phone? If the friend is so intoxicated he needs to spend the night, why did he drive over 30 minutes from the bar to your house in his own car? Instead of answering my questions, he starts acting like I'm unreasonable for having them. So I told him to prove to me it's a guy, because it doesn't sound like it at this point. In my mind, all that has to happen is that the friend can say hello in the background and I can relax and apologize for being on edge. Instead, he procrastinates by saying, hang on, he's on the phone with his girlfriend, and then hangs up.
What's the source of it? What? They ran away? So, I'm never gonna see them again? You guys! You came back! They said that a scary man was chasing them. Thank you!
That went well. Could be you found your calling.
Was alright, I guess.
Think of each job as an opportunity. Not to make money, but to build connections.
It's not what you know, but who.
You remembered.
Not a patient teacher.
Maybe not so patient next time.
Oh boy.
Oh, Barrett should have finished collecting his share of the money by now. So what do you want to do? Head back to the bar?
A full minute goes by before I call him back. And then he says he's going to give me this guy's phone number and I can call him myself. I tell him that does nothing to ease my mind, and now I feel ridiculous that it's even getting to this point. Both of them go into the house while he's talking to me. The guy never says anything in the background, and my SO says he doesn't know what to do to make me believe him. And he guesses I'm not coming over tomorrow and hangs up. I then realize he blocked me on WhatsApp. I completely understand feeling accused and being frustrated by that, but in my opinion, it wouldn't have escalated to that level if he'd A, not done this shit before, or B, simply mentioned someone was staying with him. And then since he didn't, C, tell the guy to say hi in the background or something. I just find it all so weird. So I drove to his house to see whose car was there and give back my house key. Partially for peace of mind that I'm making the right decision.
Does anyone really need to hire a
Hey there, Tifa. Welcome back. And you, the new merc in town looking for work, right?
Yeah.
In that case, maybe you could do something about the Doom Rats? Them and their were-rat buddies have been tearing up town, looking for food and whatnot. Got into the store and made one hell of a mess, let me tell you. Oh, you think that's funny, do you? Don't lie. I saw you crack a smile. Well, do the job and you can laugh it up for all I care. Anyway, they're probably nesting in the outskirts. Now I've heard a were-rat in pain will call its friends for help. And the whole rat pack will come running just like that.
And partially because I'm at a point of such distrust that I know this relationship can't go forward. Before I get there, he texts me, off WhatsApp since he blocked me, a picture of his empty bed like that's supposed to prove something, and goes on to tell me his friend heard us arguing and just went home. Maybe I'm jaded, but to me that sounds like a woman realizing she doesn't want this trouble, whether she knew he was taken or not, and noping out. Because if a guy is so drunk he's staying at a friend's house, why leave once you get somewhere safe? And why drive over 30 minutes there in the first place? So anyway, I get out to leave the key on the porch and he sees me there. We argue. There's glitter all over his face, especially in his beard and mustache. I have no reason to believe he's not lying to me. He claims I'm being unreasonable and I'm going to regret this. Just kinda want some outside opinions because I'm obviously a little emotional right now.
Hello, hello! Oh, what do we have here? I'm guessing you're that merc I've heard so much about. You're not here to shop, are you? People were right. You look like you can handle yourself. So some drakes have made themselves at home in the abandoned Talager factory. Can't have that kind of trouble around here. My regulars will do anything to get their hands on the scrap in there, and if they run into those drakes, they could get hurt.
I'll handle it.
Much obliged, sir. Head on over to the old Talager factory and talk to Narrations. He's the watchman guarding the entrance. Good luck. I'm counting on you, my friend.
Maybe I took it too far with my questions, but something about all of this just didn't feel right. Am I overreacting? Yeah, no, not overreacting. I mean, it could have just been that his friend was really private and didn't want anybody to know that he was drunk, particularly like his name or whatever. But she didn't know any of those friends, so that wouldn't have mattered. But at the end of it, it's the glitter. All up in his beard and mustache. Unless he's rubbing glitter all over his face before he leaves for the bar. Yeah, there was someone there. On to the update. I figured I would come back to update, even though I'm embarrassed to do so. Everyone in the comments on my post gave really good advice and feedback. I appreciated all of it, even though I was too depressed at the time to say so. Turns out, my self-worth was destroyed, and I barely lasted a week before I started missing him. By that time, I had convinced myself that he had been telling the truth.
Let's check it out.
Stay away from me!
Hold it! Settle down now.
Get off me, assholes! I didn't do shit!
Shut up, punk.
Or what, huh? Screw you! Ow, ow,
What's
come
going
on,
on?
man. Why you gotta do me
Somebody
like
went
that?
and stole some
Just
blasting
messing
native from a
with you.
Shinra warehouse. So public security started asking questions, and you know how Johnny gets.
It's because of the reactor bombing, I bet. I could be wrong, but something tells me they're not gonna settle for just roughing him up this time.
We've got to save him, Cloud.
Is he Avalanche?
No. He doesn't really know what we do. But he has his suspicions. And he's a talker. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should go alone.
I'm coming.
Are you sure?
It's the least I can do. Lead on.
Thanks. Come on.
Scott Ball screwed public security. The hell went down at Johnny's?
They come in and act like they own.
What the hell, man? You trying to break my arm? Dragging me through the street like this is cruel and unusual punishment.
Come on. Let's get a closer look.
Is this any way to treat a model citizen of Midgar?
Model citizens don't steal blasting, Agent. So why don't you tell me why your ID popped when we were going over the warehouse logs?
Huh? You got it all wrong. I've never gone anywhere near a Shinra warehouse. My ID.
Your ID was never lost, dumbass. Would have never gotten you inside a Shinra installation in the first place. But show you were. We'll take all the time we need to help you get these stories.
I swear. All he had to do was keep his mouth shut.
Yep.
Anyway, you distract the officers and I'll figure something out.
Let him go.
Who are you? The cavalry?
Is that who I think it is? Oh, hell yeah! You guys really came to save me! Ow!
Hey! What the hell you think you're doing?
Here we go.
I went back. Yes, I'm stupid. You're not stupid, OP. It happens. I really just wanted anything at all to fix the hurt. This weekend, I found a text thread in his phone with another girl. She spoke of their sexual encounters, asked him to be her date to a wedding, and sent photos. I confronted him on the spot, and after making up a very unbelievable story, he flipped everything around on me.
So, is it over? Yo! Anybody
Grab
there?
Johnny so we
if
can
you're
get out
there,
of
then help me!
What now?
He's a talker.
Huh? Whoa! Whoa!
No!
You're not gonna... Hold up! Wait! Don't do it, man!
You want to live? Then get the hell out of town.
You got it, boss! You ain't never gonna see my face again! I swear!
Are you sure about this? It's a big risk.
I know, but it's fine.
And them?
No more. Cloud, you're scaring me. We need to go before they wake up. I'm worried about Johnny.
I'm more worried about us. We gotta go, right?
Right.
What?
It's just... you've really changed.
How?
I suppose it's... yeah. Your eyes. They used to be less...
It's the Mako. Soldier, remember?
I remember. So, what do you want to do now? Head back to the bar, or do you want to tackle another job or two?
I asked if she had been the one at his house almost 2 months ago, and he said no. Scrolling to the top of her message thread seems to confirm that, which is even more insulting, because that means there was another one. Probably many, many more that I don't know about. I begged him to tell me the truth. I told him he had nothing to lose with me anymore because I was going to walk away for good this time. So please, just tell me the truth. He still maintains nothing sexual happened between them. He says she was just talking shit, and that's how they joke as friends. Yeah, sure.
Step back.
Factory's off limits. Drakes have been spotted inside. Huh? Wait a minute. Tifa? Don't tell me you're here to take care of those things. Are you? In that case, be my guest. We believe there's at least 2 groups lurking somewhere inside the factory. Find and cull them all.
Another insulting tidbit to my story is that we were actually together 9 years. I put 7 in the title because my ex uses Reddit, and I didn't want him to see the title and instantly know it was me. Anyway, he admitted he was wrong for not stopping the flirting. He apologized. He said he was a big piece of shit. He said he ruined a really good relationship. He said he took back everything he said about me and about this being my fault, because it was all his fault and he was selfish.
Seriously.
He said he wanted to start therapy, but he knows it's over. He didn't try to convince me to stay. Meanwhile, the very recent, less than a week, ex of the girl my boyfriend cheated with reached out to me. While on a lengthy phone conversation, we pieced together what had happened between the two of them. He confirmed it by speaking to her, and he gave me information I didn't have before. Last night, I learned that every weekend he went to this bar and pretended he was single. He only ever mentioned my name one time, and referred to me as a friend when he did. He flirted openly. The night in question in my previous post, yeah, the friend confirmed with me that was going to be a hookup. So, sorry I ruined it for him. 9 years, acting as a father to my children. I only went back to try to give them stability, but I realize now that staying or going back would only damage them further. I feel so dumb. The father to my children cheated on me also. He abandoned his kids when he married his new wife, moved away and changed his number, and hasn't reached out to them in 7+ years. He abused me in a few different ways, but even he had the decency to admit to what he did when he was caught. I removed every trace of myself in his room before I left. I'll have to go back for some of the kids' things that wouldn't fit in the car. I hope with every fiber of my being that he is finally able to feel human emotions and realizes what he did. I hope he never forgives himself. The deep love I had for him won't allow me to wish for bad things to happen to him. But at the same time, I want him to feel the weight of his choices. I know he won't. I know how this story goes. I'm going to be fine though. I have really, really great friends. I'm already in therapy, and I joined a gym a couple of months ago, so I've got that covered too. I'm taking my meds, I'm drinking water, I'm getting sleep, I'm journaling. I'm letting the anger carry me for a little while, because the sadness is just too heavy right now, and I'm not ready to completely feel it. Well, I'm glad she got clarity on all that. At least she now knows what he was actually doing. It's a shame she went back to him, but like I said, that happens. It's just... that's just how it goes in a lot of relationships that have this issue. It's sad, because cheating is probably the one thing that I cannot stand outside of anything physical happening to somebody. You're not an idiot. You're not dumb. You're just tired at that point. You're tired of the pain. You're tired of the loneliness. You're tired of not having somebody next to you to be your rock.
Got rid of those drakes in the factory, did ya? What a relief. I can't wait to give my regulars the good news. You're the real deal, all right. Keep it up, and I can see you going far as a merc in this town. I've worked with my fair share over the years, so believe me when I say that I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you're needed over at the Pillar. Apparently another flying bastard stirring up trouble. Bet you can't get enough of this, huh?
Well...
no, I get it. If you're good at something, might as well make it your living. May not know you, but I know a man who's found his calling when I see one. Keep at it. I switch out my stock every so often, so drop by when you're in the neighborhood, huh?
The story is by Defiant Function 8397, and the title is Am I the Asshole for Refusing a Wedding Gift Knowing There Will Be Strings Attached? My fiancé, 32 male, and I, 31 female, got engaged on Christmas Eve. Until recently, I had a great relationship with his family, his mom especially. But ever since the engagement, it's become really strange because she keeps trying to insert herself into our decisions and offering unsolicited advice, and I'm slowly getting at my wits' end. A few things that have annoyed me. We want a max of around 50 people. My fiancé and I are both introverts, and even the thought of being in front of that many people gives me anxiety.
Straight from the plate, no matter your needs or your budget.
Finally managed to get those doom rats, huh? Thanks, guys. You're the greatest. It was so dead in here, I thought I might have to close up shop for good. Hey, got an idea. Hear me out. If the guy who took care of the town's rat problem told everybody where he liked to shop, well, what do you say? I'll make it worth your while, of course. Give you some incentive. Talk you up to Weimer and my customers, and anybody else who listen. You'll be swimming in work before you know it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay then, that's what I like to hear. Seventh Heaven, the new merc in town and my little store. I can see it now. We're gonna clean up.
With our close family, friends, and their plus ones, we're probably over 50. His mother insists that the wedding must be a grand event with at least 150 guests. Hell no. I've found a gown in a magazine I love, and that's going to be my inspiration. It's more on the simple side, but that's my style. I showed my best friend, my mom, and my future mother-in-law because I didn't want her to feel excluded, and she insisted it was too plain and everyone will think I'm just another guest. At my wedding, being the only one in white. The venue we're thinking about is too small and boring. The on-site catering is not special enough.
Seriously? Tifa, you won't believe this. A cerulean drake flew in from the train graveyard, but these two clowns refused to get off their butts and do anything about it. Hey, is that? It is you, the new merc. Then maybe you can help us out. The Drake is in the old Talagar factory over there. But to reach it, you'll need to get a hold of a watch security key. You should be able to find one inside one of the crates. I forget which. Just smash them all.
And because my fiancé is an only child, this needs to be a grand affair. We need to get a guest list to her so she can review and approve who's coming. No. This is our wedding, not yours. Thankfully, my fiancé is on my side, and about 6 weeks ago called her and said we know what kind of wedding we want to have, and she needs to stop overstepping and questioning our choices. In an attempt to punish him and assert her authority, she went radio silent until last week. She invited us to dinner on Sunday and presented us with a check for $25,000 to help with the wedding. When we got home, I told my fiancé we are not cashing the check. He thinks I'm being ridiculous, and this can help us have the wedding we want with almost no out-of-pocket costs. I told him we won't have the wedding we want because she's going to use the money as leverage to push the event in the direction she wants.
Keep those gloves up.
When she insists on including her friends we don't know and don't care about, she's going to say, "Oh, I thought the money would help cover them." When I go dress shopping, it'll be, "That's a bit simple. I thought with the extra money you'd get something nicer."
Don't hold back.
When we finally choose our venue, it'll be, "So what exactly is my money paying for?" My fiancé said it will cause a huge rift if we don't accept the money, because his mother is extending an olive branch and being generous. But I tried telling him it'll cause a bigger rift as she gets into her mind that she has a say in our choices because she's paying for it. And I shut her down every time. I feel like I'm being positioned as a bridezilla. My fiancé thinks I'm overreacting, and it's the tension of the last few months exposing itself. Even my mother said I should just accept the gift.
That the key?
So, am I the asshole? So there is an update to this story, and I'm gonna read that before I give my own opinion. So let's get into the update. Hi everyone! I posted here a couple of weeks ago and got some wonderful advice. A few people asked for an update, and I thought I'd let you know what happened. It's not good. If you didn't see my original post, my future mother-in-law offered us $25,000 towards our wedding, but I knew there would be strings attached to make the event her way. I thought maybe I was the asshole for overreacting or seeing something that wasn't there, but you all told me I was 100% correct. So I decided to have a heart-to-heart with my future mother-in-law, with my fiancé attending, too. I told her that I missed the relationship we used to have. But it's becoming strained because I feel she has not respected the choices we have made for our wedding. We explained that we aren't depositing the check until we have this conversation and we're all on board about how we move forward. I know we didn't need to provide a rationale, we just required acceptance, but I thought it would help her understand. The wedding size. I reminded her that my fiancé and I are introverts. We would be maxed out emotionally and mentally with 50 people. And quite frankly, we only want the people who have been a part of our lives to be there to celebrate with us. There's no need for childhood neighbors to attend. There's no need for distant cousins we haven't seen in 15 years to attend. Just the people who have been with us on our journey. The wedding gown. This is non-negotiable. A bride chooses her gown, and I will be choosing one that I can be comfortable being in.
And there he is! I knew you were the right man for the job. There's no denying you're the real deal. Not like these idiots with their excuses. Rather have one of you than 20 of them.
They're just doing their jobs. Can't expect them to be at your beck and call.
What exactly is it you're trying to say, Merc?
You need people who can follow orders, too.
I see now. Heard you were ex-Shinra. Guess I shouldn't be surprised you'd go to bat for your old buddies. Me, I'm just looking out for my people. All there is to it. Hell with you. We can take care of this town ourselves. No more Mercs or Shinra. We'll build up the watch and kick you all out.
I'll bet a lot of people are talking about you right now. There's this amazing merc who can handle anything.
Nothing I've done around here has been all that special, though.
Oh, so you want more of a challenge, huh?
This is the first time I'll be wearing a dress since prom. Reflects my personal style and makes me feel beautiful, not anyone else's personal style. The venue. Okay, this is a bit cringe, but my fiancé and I met at a speed dating event a restaurant was running 4 years ago. We hit it off, and here we are. Our absolute first choice for the reception venue was this place. Their event space will fit 50 max. We thanked her for her generous $25,000.
Another job for you, Merc.
Tell me you're pretty strong.
A certain shopkeeper told me you paid him a visit. Thanks for helping him out. Just so happens there's another job I'd like to offer you. Now that I know you can handle yourself in a fight. We've got a real killer on the loose, you see. A rabid catch dog. Maybe you've heard people talking about it. Shinra gone feral. Last sighting was in Scrap Boulevard. Think you're up to it?
I'll handle it.
You're a lifesaver. Doubt anyone else around here stands a chance. Go get him, bud.
Cloud! You were the first to gather the data I requested. Here is the rest of your payment. I have developed new materia. Would you like to see it? I plan to develop more materia in the future. Together, we can harness enough power to take down Shinra. I'll keep preparing more battle intel reports, which I hope you will assist me in completing.
But we would give it back if our decisions aren't respected. We asked if she has any expectations around any decision making that comes with the gift.
I have to tell you that I'm grateful.
My future mother-in-law cried and apologized and told us she just wanted everything to be perfect, and she's sad that she never had a daughter who she can play a normal motherly role in wedding planning. That she was so scared that I'd leave her out of everything, which I never did. I wanted her to feel included. So there you go. We had a resolution. We deposited the check and started to move from the spitballing ideas to the confirming vendors phase. When I called the restaurant we wanted for the reception, their private function room was unfortunately booked out for our very specific date that we can't change, which was really sad. So we decided to start looking at other options. A few days later, I get a call from a wedding planner who proceeds to tell me that my future mother-in-law hired her to help with the wedding. WTF? I called my future mother-in-law and she explained that my fiancé mentioned we'd lost our preferred venue and wanted to take some pressure off my shoulders and hired a wedding planner. She insisted the planner was just to do all the background admin tasks. Okay. I decided to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm not sure why a wedding planner is needed for a small wedding or why they'd even bother taking the job. But if my future mother-in-law wants to spend her money on making things a little easier for me, that's fine. I met with the planner twice, described our vision for the wedding, and she said she'd put together some bookings to view venues, taste cakes, etc. Here's where shit hits the fan. The planner sent us a list of venues she booked for us to see. We had a look online and all of the venues were large, like designed for 200 guests. We're confused, and when we went to the first appointment yesterday, my fiancé joked that 50 people won't need this much dance room. The planner looked confused and explained that future mother-in-law contacted her last week to explain that we were considering expanding the wedding and would need a bigger space than originally planned. We got home, and I called my mom and cried to her that this was just all too damn much, and we are now considering eloping. My mom's spidey senses tingled, and she called the original restaurant we wanted and was like, I'm calling about an event my sister is planning, and she's so forgetful. I just want to confirm she's booked the private function room. It's for this date, and my sister's name is mother-in-law's name. You guys, this bitch booked the venue out from under us. She booked it and paid a deposit to secure it so we couldn't have it. I can only imagine she did this to slowly convince us to book a larger venue and host a larger reception. My fiancé called her and tore her a new one. He told her she's no longer involved in any aspect of planning. We will not be working with her planner. All vendors will be password protected, and she's lucky she's even still invited, but will only be attending as a guest. No speech, no mother-son dance. He also told her that if she interferes at all again, she won't even be allowed as a guest. We transferred the money back to her account. I told him I'm going no contact. I don't really want her there, but I will be polite on our wedding day because I don't want drama.
Took care of the dog, did you? Phew, we owe you one.
Gotta say, I've never seen a Shinra breed like that before. Out of curiosity, when exactly did it show up?
Oh, today. The first reports came in just this morning. Why do you ask? Wait a minute. There's this crazy story about a Shinra research lab hidden right beneath our feet under the slums.
Huh. Really? That's news to me.
And here I thought you might know something I don't. Well, I guess not.
It's a big organization. I'm sure there's lots of secrets I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. You got the bastard. That's good enough for me.
Okay then. That's another solid gig in the books. You know, the whole town is really impressed with what you've done. Keep it up, and you'll have enough work to keep you fed for a lifetime.
All thanks to you.
And don't you forget it.
So where do we get paid? The shop or something?
Yeah, but why don't we head back to the apartments first? Take a quick breather.
Which lesson was that again?
Lesson 1. Got it? Anyway, let's go.
But then I'm back to no contact for good. He is 100% backing me up. Wow. The booking it behind her back has me just... That's just terrible. I don't know what to say about that. That's gross. And any mother-in-law that thinks that was okay, she definitely belongs on Just No Mother-in-Law. I used to read that subreddit a lot, and then it made me paranoid about ever getting married. And people like her make me paranoid about ever getting married. So, that was quite the story. I feel really bad for OP, but at least her husband has her back. Because there's a lot of spineless mama boys out there, and that's just not a good thing, so...
Huh? Someone's back awful early. Not that I mind. Would you two be dears and swap your filters out for me? I left them in your rooms.
Sure thing.
Not so fast, you. Do me a favor. She needs a friend. A real friend.
We're already friends.
So when she talks, are you really listening? Thinking about her and her feelings? Or are you just going through the motions? Go on.
Let's take care of this real quick, okay?
Sure.
Come over when you're done.
So both of these have been great stories. I'm really enjoying this, and I hope you guys are as well. I think I'm gonna do one more story. Yeah, just one. So this video might be a little longer than the others have been, but I will do that as soon as this next scene is over.
Give me 1 sec. I'll be done in a bit. Finally. So, after you left the village, I let you off the hook before, back at the hall, but not this time.
Well, when we were kids, everybody wanted to be a soldier, right?
Yeah, I remember they were on the news every day during the war.
Thing is, by the time I finally made it in, they didn't need heroes anymore. It was nothing like what we dreamt of. It was just working for Shinra. Just...
I'm sorry. I know it's a touchy subject.
Not exactly small talk. Especially with someone you haven't seen in a while.
I get it. Still, it's kind of funny. Us going our separate ways, thinking that must be it. That we'd never meet again. And then here, of all places, we do. You know what? We should totally celebrate. Let's dress up and hit the town.
Really?
I mean, why not? It'll be fun.
Do you even have fancy clothes?
Not like fancy, but I'll figure something out. What do you think would suit me, huh?
Something refined.
Yeah, I guess we're not kids anymore. Be sure to pick an outfit that goes with mine, okay?
Will do.
This is gonna be so much fun. You'll see.
Yeah. Maybe.
And on that happy note, I think it's time we head back to the bar. Come on.
You don't need a break?
Honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. Marl isn't always right, you know.
Alright, this story is by Square Phone 8468. It is called Am I the Asshole for Not Being Excited My Sister is Having a New Baby when I Still Have Custody of Her First Child?
Hey Marl, we took care of the filters, so we're gonna head back to the bar now.
Take care, you two. Oh, you're looking pretty chipper.
I don't feel that different.
Must be my imagination, then. Anyway, keep your wits about you, Merc. A token of my appreciation. Be good to her.
Nothing to report.
Yes, I'm on a throwaway. I have people I know on my actual account, and I really don't talk about this with friends. Hence the third-party opinions. My sister, Val, is an alcoholic, or was an alcoholic. I don't know the terminology. She's been on and off since she was 18. Her drinking made her a neglectful parent. I won't go into it, but eventually social services stepped in.
And here we are. You must be tired.
Same as you, I guess.
Could use a little something to take the edge off, right? How about a refreshing cocktail made by yours truly that you can sit back and savor?
Tifa.
Yeah, I'm feeling it a bit too. Hey, do you think you'll stick around a little longer?
Maybe. Work for a minute, build up some savings.
I see. So, what'll it be? Want to head back out for a little while? We're back.
Did you have fun?
Lots of fun.
Hey, need y'all downstairs.
Right now? Then the plan is...
Marlene, wanna go wait for Jesse out front?
Okay.
Looks like we're officially on for tomorrow night then. Gotta go over the details with the others.
Before you do, about my pay...
You'll get your money. So sit down and shut up until we're finished. Double time, Tifa.
I'm really sorry, but it shouldn't take much longer. In the meantime... grab a seat. What'll it be?
I don't know. Something hard and bitter.
Well, most people would say something sweet right about now.
I'm sure they would.
Ah, but you're a more discerning customer, aren't you? In which case... our house special, the Cosmo Canyon.
Beautiful.
I gotta go. Enjoy.
Huh?
Hey,
see the news? The reactor bombing was the work of the eco-extremist group Avalanche. Public enemy #1. Gets your heart racing, doesn't it? They don't know our faces, so we're in the clear for now. But we'll want to capitalize on this momentum. Speaking of which, you coming on the next one?
For the right price.
Oh, you can bet I'll be pushing hard for a raise. Tifa will be joining us too, but I don't know. Even a blind man can see her heart's not in it. She was never on board with the bombings, so if it comes down to do or die, if I've got to put my life in someone else's hands, then I'd rather that someone was a professional, like you.
Could still kill some time.
And I ended up fostering my nephew, Danny, who was 6 at the time. When we took custody, Val made almost no effort to see Danny. She missed scheduled visits, even in the brief period she was clean after being sent to rehab. Danny grew very resentful, and when she did stick to visits, he would refuse to speak to her, which would drive her into another bender spiral relapse. After 2 years of fostering, my husband and I were given full legal guardianship, which Val voluntarily gave us. Danny is now 11, and Val isn't in his life, which he says is what he wants. Val has been sober for 2 years, and only ever asks how Danny is when she speaks to me. She makes no effort to contact him. I've never really said much to her about it because Danny is a happy kid, and I think we're good parents to him. And I don't want Val to start contacting him out of obligation and end up hurting him. She's basically an uninvolved aunt to him. But earlier this week, Val announced on a family group call that she's pregnant. And I couldn't even fake being pleased. My stomach just dropped. She's over there grinning, talking about a nursery while next door to me is the bedroom of the kid she discarded. It's one thing to hold your hands up and say you're not capable of being a mother, but to just decide you can't be bothered to do the work of repairing the relationship with the child you already have, so you just have a new one? I guess I didn't look happy on the video, because everyone asked what my issue was. I just said nothing, and not to worry because I'll let the child she didn't want know about the one that she did. Val got really upset, and her boyfriend got mad at me, and the call ended shortly after. My mom says I owe Val an apology. She asked if I thought she should take Danny back or if I resented having him. To be clear, I couldn't love that boy more if he came out of me. And no, I don't think he should live with Val. My mom's point is if I think things should stay the way they are, then I shouldn't begrudge Val for still wanting to be a mother to someone. And that considering there's nothing she can do in this situation, I should find it in my heart to be happy she's healthy and finding happiness. My dad agrees with me that she's making a bad decision having another child, but mainly because he feels she's not stable, not because of Danny. He says Danny is my son now, and I shouldn't see it as him being re-abandoned when he is in the best place for him. I just feel like it's so wrong of Val to try and start fresh like she doesn't already have a child out there, and that she never even tried with. It seems like she just wants everything the easy way. I'm just so angry that she thinks she doesn't have to take responsibility for the hurt she caused.
I heard you're having second thoughts.
I know we have to think big if we're going to make a difference. But not like this. I feel trapped.
If it feels wrong, don't do it.
guess that's that then.
What, they kick you out?
We agreed to disagree. So, you want another drink?
Tifa! Time to celebrate. Break out all the good stuff.
Oh, sure.
We won't be needing you for this next job. Feel free to look for work elsewhere.
Fine by me. That's how I like it. No contract, no obligation.
Figured you'd say that. Here, the rest of your payment, along with a little extra for your exemplary service. And thus concludes our business. Gonna have to ask you to leave now. This here's a private affair.
Sorry, I tried. We talked it over, but in the end, we didn't want to put so much on you. This is our fight.
Jesse, what's the holdup?
Be right there. No hard feelings, huh?
It's fine.
Let's talk more after I'm done here, okay?
Really, it's fine.
Come on, Jesse, I'm dying here.
I'll catch you later. Sorry to keep you thirsty boys waiting.
Avalanche!
That hit the spot.
Damn, Biggs. Slow down.
Keep it tight. Ain't no...
What's up with them?
Word is he lives in this town. Just shut up and wait. We'll find him soon enough.
Man, seems like the boss.
Hey, brother. You from around the way?
I guess.
Know a big man with a big gun strapped to his right arm? Heard he set up shop somewhere in the neighborhood.
That depends.
Ah. Clever. Smell an opportunity to make some scratch, do you?
500.
200.
3.
Whatever, man. Let's find somewhere quiet to talk. Walk with me.
She can just start the cycle again as if Danny was the first pancake. Am I really the asshole for not seeing this as a positive thing? Definitely not the asshole. This sister, if you can even call her that, she's just terrible. How can you have a second kid when you don't even care about the first one? I'll never understand people who do that. I don't want kids, but I would never have one, abandon that child, and then go have another one, even if I wanted kids. That's just cruel to that kid. Because that kid's gonna see this new baby and realize that he wasn't just abandoned, he was never really loved at that point.
Spill it. You know where the bastard's hiding, don't you?
I told you before. That depends.
Oh yeah? You wasted my time.
Shinra's time, you mean?
Shinra knows better than to stick its nose in my boss's business.
Like I give a shit.
At least that's how I would internalize it. No, you're not the asshole, OP. And good for you for taking in that kid. He needs a good role model and good parents. So good on you. Oh, there's an update to this story. So let's go into the update. Hi, I noticed a lot of people either DM'd me asking for updates or put the update me thing in the comments. So I thought I would come and post one. I was really touched by people sharing their personal experiences in the comments as well, so I just wanted to respect that by providing closure on this. If you would consider this closure. Anyway, on to the update. First, my husband told Danny about the baby. They went out for a boys' day on Saturday and they talked about it. I won't share too much about it, but he took it pretty well, all things considered. We do think we'll book a few sessions with a therapist for him, but we want the dust to settle a little bit.
Some rest.
Danny opens up easier when he's had some time to himself to think about things first. So we're going to give it a couple of weeks, but he's doing well for now. Next, I spoke to my mom. A lot of people were quite harsh on her, which I don't think was deserved, but I did feel like we needed to have a conversation. My mother is the kindest and most forgiving person on the planet, and I love that about her. The same way I saw what Danny went through, she saw what Val went through with her birth mother. Wait, they're adopted? I don't remember anybody saying Val was adopted. Or maybe she wasn't adopted. They had the same dad, I guess? I don't know. Back to it. So she has a different perspective. She's pretty all's well that ends well in mindset. She always has been. She likes happy endings. In her mind, this is one. But she understands that she came across as really flippant about what Danny went through, and she does feel bad about it in hindsight. She adores Danny, so me laying it out for her all over again really affected her. And she saw where I was coming from being upset. She did say she still hopes that Val is a better mother to her new baby, and at least we can both agree on that.
Welcome home, honey. Took your sweet time. Psych. Are you gonna let me in so we can talk in private? Guess I'll get right to the point then.
Huh. What have you got there?
An apology for not getting you on the mission. Or not. What do you think it is?
A proposition.
Nailed it in one. Gonna have to ask you to keep all this a secret from the others, though. It's a personal matter. Something I need to sort out tonight.
Tonight?
Tonight. You and me, together. I want you to come with me to the Sector 7 plate. I'll give you the details on the way.
That's fine by me, but don't you have a pretty big day ahead of you?
I do, but if I don't deal with this now, it's only gonna get harder. Anyway, I can count on you, can't I?
Oh.
A down payment.
Finally, I spoke to Val. She apologized for not telling me beforehand, but she said she felt like she needed the support of having our parents there because she was nervous to tell me, and felt if we were all on the call, it might feel a bit more like a normal, joyful occasion. But she said she knew she should have spoken to me separately. She said she will always regret the things she did while not sober, and she doesn't think Danny should ever forgive her. But she always wanted to be a mother, and she finally feels like she will be a good one now. I was listening to all this, thinking I was just going to leave things where they were, and stop reaching out. But then she basically said after everything, don't I want her to be happy? And here's where I have to admit to maybe being a bad person. But viscerally, I wanted to answer no. And I realized the answer is actually no. I don't want Val to be happy. I want her to be sober and healthy, and I guess to have moments of happiness. But when I think of her having a happy life, I know that isn't what I would choose for her. I know that makes me a bad person, and I'm actually okay with that. People can judge me.
Huh?
Tough break. They changed the times. Last train's already left. Which is why we borrowed these bikes. Need a lift to the plate?
How did you guess?
Easy. You've been acting weird. Like talking about one thing when you're obviously thinking about something else.
Yeah, and don't get me started on all that pep.
Alright, I'll give you that. But how did you know I wanted to head topside? Was I talking in my sleep? What else did I say?
No, we just figured you wanted to see your parents, that's all.
Nailed it, huh?
Yep, right on the head.
So, seeing as we don't have any family of our own, how about you let us be a part of yours for a bit? You know, spread the wealth.
Are your parents still around?
Huh? No.
Okay then. Guess you're all invited. Here's to awkward family reunions.
Yeah!
I take it you boys have your brand spanking new IDs?
Yes, ma'am.
Then let's lay down some rubber.
Crank that frog!
Okay, you got it!
You hear me?
Yeah.
Just so you know, I'm not going plateside for the reason they think I am. Look, you saw the way the reactor went up. It was huge, right?
Because of all the Mako. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah. That was wishful thinking. Deep down, I know it was my fault. I used a more powerful blasting agent than the directions called for. It had nothing to do with the Mako.
Let's say you're right. So what?
I'm planning on using a weaker blasting agent this time. But, since I can't get in touch with my supplier, our only option is to loot a warehouse owned by Shinra.
Shinra? Good luck with that.
With your help, we won't need luck. ID scan! Ready?
I don't care. Because they didn't have to walk in some dingy government building and see a child with bones sticking out of his t-shirt, scared of every loud noise, and take him home and watch him hide cold fries under his mattress in case there wasn't food to eat tomorrow. They didn't have to teach a 6-year-old the alphabet. They didn't have to look at him crying for his mother and figure out how to tell him you don't know where she is. Thinking to yourself how sad it is she's all he cares about when she's somewhere not giving a crap what's happening to him. The worst thing Val ever did, she did to someone I love beyond measure. And it's not for me to decide who deserves to be happy. But I can't say I hope she is. Obviously, I didn't have this clarity during the phone call. But I did have enough to be honest and say my family and I were not in a place where it would be possible to engage with her anymore. She didn't take this well, and a lot of stuff she's been hanging on to came up. Like how I should have tried harder to get Danny to talk to her, how she felt I wasn't present enough when she had Danny. All stuff from years ago. She called me spiteful, and her boyfriend later sent me a message saying the same. But it had to be done. I don't want to be in this toxic cycle of actively wishing someone doesn't have the life they want and keeping them in my life just to stir this up every few weeks. It's too much bad energy being put out there. I ended up blocking both Val and her boyfriend. I let my parents know that we'll have to do separate holidays and functions from now on, and they were very understanding. I'm happy to give Val priority on stuff with her dad's side of the family, and she can do the same with my mom's, and that's that. My parents also promised not to give updates unless asked, to either side. I'm not really sure if I'd say this is a happy update, but I think the positive I can take from this is it's made me very grateful for the family I have, and I'm just going to focus on being the best mother and wife to them that I can be. Thank you again to everyone who commented. And if I've left anything out, feel free to let me know. Wow, I mean, I understand wanting to be happy. I think everybody can understand wanting to be happy. That's the goal in life, right? But what she did to that child, I mean, him being skin and bones, being terrified, hiding food because he wasn't sure where his next meal was gonna come from or if it would even come at all. That's sick. I mean, she shouldn't be allowed to have kids after that. In my opinion, she shouldn't be allowed to have kids after that. That's sick. It's terrible. How could you do that to a child? That's sad. I feel so bad for that kid. I kind of have to agree with OP. I don't think I could wish her happiness either. At least not a happy life. Maybe moments of happiness, but no, not a happy life. I wouldn't wish another kid to suffer through that at all. Hopefully she stays good. She stays better, but I don't know. I'm wishing the best for that baby. Hopefully they don't have to suffer the same problems and horrors that Danny did. I forgot just how long this section is. It's not my best area of this game. I'm so bad at it. Which you can see. I'm hitting nothing. No, I'm not. I'm not good at this. I hadn't figured out yet that there was another button I could press to attack on the other side. It took me a while to figure that out. But I want to thank the OPs for the stories today. They were interesting. And honestly, for my first reading of Reddit stories, they were pretty good starts. Not gonna lie, I hate that guy. He's just so irritating. Ow. But it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys... Hey, I figured it out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know this format is quite a bit weirder than a lot of reading Reddit videos. I mean, a lot of them will use video games as like a background, which I guess is kind of what I'm doing. But I'm also providing the story of the video game. Which I enjoy. I enjoy editing it, and watching it back can be a little confusing, but
We made it! Woo! Topside!
Keep going till we hit the station?
No, head straight for the warehouse. Aww. Your magical ride is almost at an end.
Why are you talking like we're not here?
Because you're not.
Clearly we are.
I don't know. This was fun to do. I don't know if I'll keep doing it. Yeah, you always need backup. We'll see. I mean, if people like it, then I'll keep doing it. Actually, I might keep doing it anyway. I haven't decided. Gods, I hate this guy.
A soldier.
Well, hello!
Who's this?
Too quick for the eye. You cross him, you die. Now, mind if I cut in? Woo! Splendid! I've been looking for a new dance partner. Private party, huh? That's fine. I'll settle for a race then. Just
talking to me?
I was somewhere.
No.
Ah, so terribly sorry. Your words failed to reach my ears, sluggish and slow as they are.
What's this big deal?
The lady's curiosity has been piqued. My name is Rose, but you may address me by the more accurate appellation, Speed Demon.
Heard that, huh?
My ears are attuned to the feminine voice.
Ugh, this guy is the worst.
Yes, this is the contest I've been waiting for. Our fire rages! Feel like dancing, friend? Really?
This fight is probably one of the most irritating versions in this beginning part of the game. He's just obnoxious.
And an abiding affection for your mount.
Ow.
But one cannot simply ride one's bike. Nay, one must unlock its true potential, become one with the machine, like this.
Ow.
You better hurry, Cloud.
Well, at least I avoided that somehow.
Shall I keep you company?
Yeah, he's just irritating.
Fiery gift for you.
He never stops running his mouth. Which reminds me of another character, but I can't remember who. But they never shut up either.
Your eyes are for me alone.
Had enough?
Don't be absurd. As if I could ever grow tired of your company. Naughty, naughty! Until one of our flames is forever extinguished, our dance will never end! Burn for me! Room! Ho ho ho! Come on, let's push it past the red line!
Jesse, take over.
Huh?
Well. I do believe this round is yours. Maybe next time we can keep it just between the two of us.
Maybe.
Until we meet again, my friend!
We did it!
Go team!
Don't get too excited. Reinforcements are hot on our trail. You passed the test.
What test?
Driving.
Did more than just pass.
Not really. You made it by the skin of your teeth, if we're being honest.
Whatever.
I bet you held back because I was with you.
Didn't want you to fall.
So now I'm too weak to stay on a bike? Huh?
Just hold on tight, will you? What?
I might be falling after all. Psych? Oh, would you look at that? It's the end of the ride. We'll go on foot from here. don't want to draw too much attention to ourselves.
Hey, did these things leave a mark?
They got you pretty good.
And I'm running on fumes.
Don't worry, we'll top you up soon enough. Now let's roll.
All right. That's the end of the first episode of me reading Reddit stories. Stories, not stores. I do hope you guys enjoyed this. I know the Reddit stories kind of got cut up a little bit, but I also wanted you to enjoy the story of Final Fantasy with me, because I'm really loving this game. But if you didn't, I understand. Just let me know down in the comments. And if you did, also let me know in the comments. Well, I will let you all get back to your lives, or do whatever it is that you're doing. And if you want to, like, subscribe, share, do whatever. I just really appreciate you guys coming out and joining me, or giving me a chance. So, again, I hope you guys are doing well, and you have a wonderful day or night, or sleep, or whatever it is you're getting ready to do. I love you all. Bye.